We got a call a little after 7 p.m. on October 29th. Patty stated that he was having a fire in his chimney.
One of the dispatchers took a call for a chimney fire, which usually ends up being nothing. Usually ends up being just some smoke. Either gets into the house or the fluke was left open or closed, the wrong position. And they got there, and right away they requested to fill the assignment, which means there's a fire.
So we called a first alarm fire, filled the assignment, and then we went to a second alarm, then a third alarm. That was the biggest fire that I've personally ever dispatched.
It went to 3 alarms pretty quickly. So normally Kathy would be Lauren's backup. She would be listening to the fire radio with her and helping with anything that Lauren might need. And then Brian and I would be making all the notifications and doing all the coverage. But we had a bunch of other calls going on at the same time. We had a lot of medicals and fire-related calls not related to the actual fire on Hanton Street.
It was even calls for why are the streets closed? Why can't I get down this street? Well, there's a fire going on, you know. Well, when are the roads going to be open? Was the next question. We can't control it.
Approximately 10 o'clock, I believe, I got a call from a screaming young lady that there was another fire. That was on Craft Street.
Is the house on fire? Honey, listen to me. Is the house on fire? Okay, get everybody on. Listen.
The woman was just hysterical, so we really couldn't get too much information. I just remember hearing Margie say, "What's on fire? What's on fire?" And then Kitten was sitting next to me, and she got the second call, which was the party that was trapped on the second floor.
I initially tried to get him out of the house, but he was trapped in his room.
Where are you in the house?
Third floor!
Third floor?
Yeah, third floor! Hurry up!
Front or back?
Oh, front! Hurry up! I can't breathe!
Get on the floor, sir. Are you in the front or the back of the house?
Well, Kathy, who we call Kitten, the tone that she kept with that person that was trapped, very calm, very okay, help's coming.
At that point, there's no Newton companies that were at that fire. It was all out of town that were in covering.
And we use all the surrounding communities, Waltham, Watertown, Wellesley, Needham, anybody who neighbors us, they come in right away.
To hear that go out over the radio with all those different towns responding to this fire that we knew, we actually thought 2 people were trapped, but it ended up being 1 person. And it was just, for a minute, you just thought, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this is happening all at the same time with that other fire still going on. And they were still having a really hard time with that fire.
As soon as the Waltham got on scene, they were the first engine on scene, they had called for a second alarm fire, with fire just shooting out the first floor into the rear of the house and into the front of the house. And they said that they had somebody trapped on the second floor, which they went in for the rescue.
Hearing Kathy give the instructions to the gentleman who was trapped, and which instrumentally helped save his life, and then listening to the rescue happen was a wonderful thing to hear.
They took him to a hospital in town where he was transferred to Mass General. And I had the pleasure of meeting him about a month afterward.
It was a great crew. Everybody just, bounced off each other, and you just turned around, you asked somebody to do something, and they were right on it, and it was a good team to work with, and I was very proud of everybody that day.
30 years ago when I came on the job, a lot of times when we'd arrive at a call, what we would see was very different than what we were told was the problem. And that issue has been alleviated. These dispatchers are all Dispatch Academy graduates. They have an in-house training program for a few months after that they must complete. And they're highly trained both on medical issues, fire issues, crime issues, even on the law, to provide a lot of accurate information, which is really needed. They're every bit as important as the first responders on the street.